Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Doing there. It's Tuesday. Is it Fat Tuesday? Are we there yet? We're close. I think it is today. Go eat some stuff. Have fun. Lent's coming. Hey, 9:02, and we got a nice show for you today. We had to reschedule our conversation with the CEO of the Girl Scouts of Southern Illinois to this Friday at 10:35. Taking the reins of the 920 spot, the coveted 920 spot, is Sydney Sinks upstairs. Blog Talk on a Tuesday. I'm excited about it. She talks about Valentine's Day in this one, and I think her and I are going to get along on this. You know, we all feel the same way. Then at 10:10, we're talking to the maestro, Shane Willams, and the Alton Symphony Orchestra. We're going to get the latest on Sips and Strings and some other great events coming down the pipeline. Plus, on top of that, at around 10:30, we're going to be talking to the Freers. It is time to talk Christmas in July. We'll get the latest on things that they're looking for to help out with this wonderful community initiative. One of my favorite things to talk about then. That's not it. At 10:45, we're talking to Shannon Stelling and the Home Builders Remodel. My sinuses are draining already. The Home Builders Remodelers Association of the Metro East, our trade spotlight segment. We're going to talk to Shannon as we are only a month away from the Home Expo. This is a big shaboozy. We're going to be there just one day when all the media companies are there doing their segments. I want to thank the home builders for allowing RiverBender to go out and be a part of the big show. I mean, you got Fox 2 there, you got KSHE, you got Channel, all of them, and then you got us at RiverBender doing a show there too. It'll be really fun, a lot of great people, and we'll get insights on all of that and more throughout this morning. But at 9:03, here's what's happening around the River Bend. Make sure you sign up for your daily email update, and you'll never miss out. You can join myself and 70,000 in the know each and every day of the work week. And on Saturdays with Around the River Bend, we'll take you to Maryville first. This is big news. Revolution Dispensary is proud to announce the grand opening of a new location in Maryville, Illinois. The St. Louis community is invited to celebrate this milestone, which exemplifies Revolution Dispensary's commitment to superior quality and customer connections. The festivities do begin at 9 a.m. on Friday, February the 16th, with the official ribbon-cutting ceremony to begin at 11 a.m. at the brand-new Maryville location. Honored guests in attendance will include the Maryville Mayor, Craig Short, President and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, Don Musho, the friend of the show, and Bolden Investment CEO, Charles Bolden. Revolution Dispensary Maryville is thrilled to join the local community and officially welcome customers. Shoppers visiting during their grand opening will enjoy exclusive deals and even a few discounts. The event also allows visitors to explore a curated range of top-tier cannabis products in a welcoming and highly knowledgeable environment. This is a unique opportunity to discover why Revolution Dispensaries raises the bar for the cannabis retail experience. A quote from Charles Bolden: "Our mission is to set the bar sky high for the cannabis industry, and we are excited to extend the passion for quality and service to the Maryville community." He continues, "Customer satisfaction is the cornerstone of what we do. We are eager to share knowledge and premium products from Revolution brands, including Revolution Cannabis, Tales and Travels, and other top cultivators in the state. For more information, you can visit RevCanna.com. That's RevCanna.com. Out of East Alton, very sad news. Dan Brandon, a content director, does report the following. A man who lived a life of public service and the former East Alton Fire Chief, Randy Nelson, died on Friday, February the 9th. Nelson, at 57 years old, was a Roxana High School graduate and served in the Air Force from 1984 to 1988. He came back to the area after the Air Force and served as a firefighter at Olin and was also a longtime member of the East Alton Fire Department. He became a lieutenant in the year 2000 and captain in 2006. He was announced as chief in 2012. He retired from the East Alton Fire Department in 2015. He had a Bachelor in Science and Fire Service Management and a Master in Fire Service and Homeland Security from SIU Carbondale. East Alton Fire Department Chief Tim Quigley said Randy Nelson was, quote, one of the best people I know. Randy would give the shirt off his back to anyone, Quigley said. He continued, everybody liked Randy. Randy was a fire science instructor at Lewis and Clark Community College in Godfrey and very involved with the East Alton Rotary, and received the Paul Harris Award for Service and IAFF Local 2333, serving as president and vice president. Quigley said he had known Nelson for a long period and actually took fire service classes over 20 years ago. Here's this quote. Randy also taught fire service courses throughout his career and is one of the reasons I am in the fire chief position today, because he had trust in me to be fire chief. That's the quote from Fire Chief Quigley. In celebration of Randy Nelson's life, a visitation will be held from 3 p.m. until 8 p.m. on Friday, February the 16th at Pitchford Funeral Home in Wood River with a uniformed personnel walkthrough at 6 p.m. Private funeral services will be held on Saturday, February the 17th at the funeral home. Burial will follow at Valhalla Memorial Park in Godfrey with full military rites by the ritual team at VFW Post 1308. Also in the news, out of Alton, the Alton Committee of a Whole voted Monday 5-2 to primarily approve, $200,000 in ARPA funds, which will reportedly help the Alton Police Department assist the city's unhoused population with various services. Here's what we know. After much discussion between city officials and unsuccessful attempt to table the item, details about exactly where and how the money would be spent were still unclear moments before committee members were called upon to vote. The item appeared on Monday night's agenda as a resolution to authorize the disbursement of American Rescue Plan Act funds in the amount of $200,000 for priority projects within the city of Alton. According to the resolution itself, quote, funding for homeless services in the amount of $200,000. The agenda item and resolution both contain no mention of the Alton Police Department, but Mayor Goins said at the meeting that he requested the funds be given to the department. Here's his quote. I requested that the $200,000 be set aside to assist the police department in helping the homeless in any manner they can, and I know Chief Jarrett Ford can explain that in greater detail. Chief Ford said it's difficult to pinpoint exactly where and how the money would be spent at this time because, quote, everybody has different needs. Instead, he will offer general categories of shelter, transportation, hygiene, and more. He added that the funds were for a term of 2 years and that, quote, every single penny would be 100% tracked and go towards exactly what is supposed to be going towards. It's going to greatly help those that are living out here on our streets and suffering from mental illness and drug addiction, you name it, Chief Ford said of the $200,000. Our intention is to go out there and help as many people as we can. Alderwoman Betsy Allen did raise concerns that Alton isn't allocating this money to outside agencies as originally intended. Back in December of 2022, Overnight Warming Center Operations Director Tyler Dreeth asked the City Council to consider allocating some of their ARPA funds towards addressing the issues of affordable housing and homelessness because at the time, the city had not listed either issue as, quote, a priority project that is eligible for ARPA funding. At the time, Dreeth said the following, I agree, infrastructure is important. We need HVAC systems. We need to keep these buildings warm. We need to keep the police building warm. But we need to help our unhoused and unsheltered guests keep warm as well. And right now we have $0 going towards the different organizations that are helping keep people alive. Dries said at the time. He continued at the time he spoke with council in 2022. Without overnight warming centers in Alton, people would be dying on the streets. The city then passed a resolution in April of 2021 which allocated up to $1 million in ARPA funding to each of the three categories, including housing and homelessness, youth skills and development, and economic development. When the resolution was introduced by former Ward 7 Alderman Nate Keener, Chief Ford said at the time it would be better to know what each category's projects would cost, then allocate the amounts accordingly. At Monday's meeting, Alderman Raymond Strable asked David Goins if any other organization had submitted proposals for some form of homelessness aid, to which the mayor replied that there were other proposals, and he said, quote, some of them didn't fall under the guidelines of ARPA. He reassured Alderman Strable that additional proposals would be presented to the council in the near future, but did not specify an exact date as Strable had requested. He later indicated they would not be ready by their next meeting. Chief Ford added that the police department will already be receiving a $400,000 grant on March 1, which would, quote, be good, but this extra $200,000 actually makes it great. I'm not here to pressure or rush it, Ford said of the $200,000 proposal. You guys make your decision when you're ready, but I just wanted to let you know that it's going to start on March 1st with the grant, and we're going to go with or without this money, so it would just help greatly to assist people if we had it. Allen and Alderwoman Carolyn McAfee voted against approving the ARPA funding, with all other committee members voting in favor. Alderwoman Carolyn McAfee unsuccessfully attempted to table the item after it had been passed. It now goes to City Council for final approval on Wednesday, February the 14th. That's tomorrow at their council meeting at 6:30 p.m. Dalton Brown reporting out of Edwardsville. Several cases of battery have been filed in Madison County, including one domestic battery involving a strangulation and two separate cases of individuals spitting on police officers, according to recent court documents. Christopher M. Kozak, 34, of Granite City, was charged with one count of aggravated domestic battery and a count of domestic battery. On January the 28th, Kozak allegedly strangled a family or household member by, quote, wrapping his arms around her neck, there was a typo, applying pressure, according to court documents. He was additionally charged with domestic battery after, quote, he struck the victim about the head and body with his hands and his knees. A petition to deny Kozak's pretrial release details the case, which was presented by the Granite City Police Department. Here's what they reported. Victim was observed on the roof of her residence calling for help. Officers contacted the victim, who stated that her ex-boyfriend, the defendant, became angry and attacked her. She reported that he struck her in the face with his hands, throwing her to the ground, where he continued to strike her with his legs and knees. She reported that he then wrapped his arms around her neck for 30 to 40 seconds, causing her to be unable to breathe. Officers observed significant injuries to the victim's face and body, consisting with the altercation described. Kozak faces a Class 2 felony for aggravated domestic battery and a Class A misdemeanor for the domestic battery charge. Court documents indicate he was remanded to be held in jail until his initial appearance in court. Xavier A. Holt, 22, listed as homeless, was charged on January 31st by the Granite City Police Department on one count of aggravated battery and one count of resisting a peace officer. Holt allegedly spat on a police officer and pulled his arms away to resist being detained, according to court documents. Holt faces a Class 2 felony for aggravated battery and a Class A misdemeanor for resisting a peace officer. Court documents indicate she was released upon her signature of conditions, a pretrial release order. Also in the news, we all know the big day out in Warden. The small community of Warden, population of 1,100, was filled with a lot more than that. Individuals and families, not only from the city itself, but from the surrounding region and beyond on Saturday, were in attendance with an estimated total of 5,000 plus. And as Dan Brandon reports, it was every bit of that. The Warden bars were filled with people, and though there were food trucks present this year and vendors, the parade participation astonishing, with everything from trucks, jeeps, motorcycles, and much more. The parade was long and merry throughout, and with not only the parade participants, but with the crowd. Rick and Nikki Landrum, owners of the Yellow Dog Bar and Warden are two of the event coordinators, and the event has grown a lot, Nikki said. It has put Warden on the map, she said, of the annual Mardi Gras celebration. The parade is loosely organized, but very successful. There was entertainment into the evening after the parade ended, and once again, the Mardi Gras, it appeared to be a big success for the small community and business leaders. For the full gallery, you can find that online at RiverBender.com/news. Out of Alton High School freshman Jillian Dwiggins has done something incredible. She's advanced to the IHSA State Girls Bowling Tournament in her first year on varsity. As a freshman, Jillian put together games of 212, 160, 204, 202, 162, and another 202 for a total of 1,142 points in the sectional this past weekend. She finished 10th overall, earning her a trip to Rockford for the state finals. Jillian is the daughter of AHS head girls bowling coach and my assistant for the Fighting Irish. She is the best, Jamie Dwiggins, and has been the Redbirds' top bowler all year long. Her coach said the following: she is our hardest worker, putting in additional time practicing and spending a lot of her own time working on various aspects of her game. While we would have loved to see the team advance to the state finals, this is the next best scenario. We are beyond proud of Jillian for making it to state. She is an excellent student as well. Jillian is an Otto Butler Female Athlete of the Month for the Redbirds. Jillian played volleyball in the fall for the Redbirds, but cut her season short to focus on her bowling and began ramping up her bowling training. As soon as bowling is done next weekend, she's going to transition into soccer mode for the spring, hoping to earn a spot on the soccer team. However, she will continue to work on her bowling skills as she will be participating in the Junior Gold Bowling Tournament in Detroit this July. This is the premier bowling tournament for youth in the country. Dwiggins earned her spot in this tournament last August. She's very active, excelling in most things she puts her mind to and her athletic goals. Going into the last game, Jillian knew she was probably close, and coming off a bad Game 5, she knew she needed a good game to close out the day to have any hope of making it to Rockford, her coach and mother said. She was planning to make a ball change on her fill ball in the 5th game, but after leaving the 10th frame open, she didn't get that opportunity. So for Game 6, she made the ball change at the suggestion of her coach, starting the game off with a pair of 9 spares, then put together 4 strikes in a row before missing a 10-pin in the 7th frame. Then responded with another strike in the 8th before leaving a split in the 9th. She closed out the game with a spare in the 10th, securing her 202 game and punching her ticket to Rockford. Jillian never looked nervous, just very businesslike as she was trying to help the team be successful. Coach Dwiggins said when the announcement was made that Jillian had indeed advanced, quote, "You could finally see a smile across her face. A sense of relief and excitement that her high school season has one more week to go." Again, congratulations to Jillian on her deserved recognition as an Otto Butler Female Athlete of the Month for the Redbirds, and to the entire girls bowling team, a very successful season. And we congratulate you here at RiverBender.com. Sydney Sinks, who might be sitting outside the studio listening to me read her news story, I hope I don't botch it. Out of Grafton, there are only 2 more days to enjoy the Raging Rivers Valentine's Day deal where you are going to save $100. The park promises another fun-filled and sunny season with new additions to celebrate its 35th year in Grafton. You have until tomorrow, February 14th, to check out 2 package deals with huge savings. It's the place to be for the summer, said owner Ken Handler. We want them to come out and enjoy and think summertime and get excited for this coming summer. It might be cold now, but Handler sees a fun summer ahead with deals that make it easier for you and your family and friends to enjoy the water park. The Valentine's Day deal allows customers to purchase 4 tickets and a cabana. That's a value of $240 for just $150. Customers can also purchase 4 tickets and meal vouchers along with parking, valued at $198 for just $100. These deals are only available until the 14th in the special event section of RagingRivers.com. Now, because of your local dose of RiverBender.com, you can save on season passes when you use the promo code RiverBenderSP24. That's RiverBenderSP24. These offers are the perfect Valentine's Day gift, and Handler hopes to see a lot of new faces at the park once it opens in May, because it's cool when it's hot, with more shade, more seating, new inner tubes, and a new self-serve food line that's going to speed up the process. Raging Rivers is at its peak and excited for all of you to join in on the summer fun this season. It'll be our 35th year of operation, and we want to keep it going, said Medley Dosett, the administrative manager. Raging Rivers is a long-standing business in the community, and we hope to keep it that way. Handler and Dosett are excited to once again bring joy to the community. They promise another great season at the park with lots of fun and sun ahead. You can check out the deals above or learn more at RiverBender.com. That's a look at what's happening around the River Bend. Let's take a look at the weather. 36 degrees. It looks like 40. Let's take a look at Clark Bridge real quick with our sky cam. You can see the sun peering through, reflecting down on the river. Some more cars on the road than yesterday as folks got to get to and from wherever they're going today. You can see this sky cam in real time throughout the day, 24/7 at RiverBender.com/weather. The temperature will reach 55 degrees today, drop down to 34 overnight on Wednesday, a high of 59, a low of 45. Then on Thursday, a high of 50, a low of 30. And on Friday, well, we're back to winter mode, a high of 39, but temperatures will drop to 23 degrees with a 50% chance of snow. On Saturday, a high of 34, a low of 24 for time and temperature throughout the day. 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He is your local State Farm agent. 36 degrees, it feels like 40 at 9:21. That's what's happening around the River Bend. You have, well, only a little bit of time left to get your tickets for Hope Glow Bingo this coming Thursday, February the 22nd at the Moose Lodge, 1561 at 7371 Marine Road in Edwardsville. Doors open at 5. Bingo starts at 6. Tickets only $25 in advance, plus at the door it's only $30. This isn't grandma's bingo, okay, where you kind of got to worry about getting a bingo and maybe, grandma's getting a little mad at you and accuses you of cheating. None of that here. This is a fun party atmosphere where they're going to have neon. They want you all decked out, and you're supporting Hope, one of the best organizations, not only in our area anymore, spread across the country. They're doing amazing work, and they need your support, and you can do so by heading out to the Hope Glow Bingo event Thursday, February 22nd. Proceeds from the benefit go directly to the communities of Hope. You have to be 18 years or older, and to attend, it's going to be a cash bar, but they want you to bring your own snacks. You can find out more information by going to hope.us. That's hope.us.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
To that land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. Spread your tiny wings and fly away.
Falling apart here. And I still got a lot of show left. Sydney Blog Talk, because you're a trooper. I was supposed to do this with you tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, and I said, hey, we got a last-minute cancellation, and I need your help.
Hey, we can make it work. Whatever
we always
happens.
do. Now, I like your blog this time.
Thank you.
Fill me in, because there's a lot of people that feel the same way about Valentine's Day.
Okay, so I talk to so many people who Valentine's Day is coming. People hate it.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't get it. I mean, I think it's fine. I think it's kind of like whatever, and it's kind of fun in a way too. But it's no biggie. And people, I mean, I gotta wonder, what did those candy hearts do to you? Why are we so anti-Valentine's Day?
They're not very good.
Well, they aren't good, but admittedly, the candy hearts aren't the best.
Yeah,
example, but
So what was your argument in this? What was your point?
My point is that it's not that deep, to be honest with you. And it's kind of fun, too. Love is at the heart of everything we do, pun intended. And it just is, why not just have a day to celebrate it and have some fun and have some candy, too, while you're at it.
It's all what you make of it.
Exactly.
You don't have to get a Louis Vuitton bag on Valentine's Day. You can get a nice little chocolate cake for the family and call it a win,
Exactly. Well, that's the thing, too. I know people for whom, this is Christmas 2.0. This is, way intense, and that is just not for me. Absolutely not my kind of vibe. And so people go hardcore.
Well, you're right. And especially because, everyone just collectively groaned. That was a great line in your blog, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's, whenever people go, I think the problem is you have couples that are, really passionate about this, and God love you for being passionate, but Absolutely. It kind of wears down the other people in the room. We've all been out to a local restaurant or somewhere on Valentine's Day, and there's the couple that's just kind of full of themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you got the people that just want to go eat dinner. So there's a give and take on this.
Well, and you know what? If you're out there on Valentine's Day in a restaurant to begin with, 10 out of 10.
That's true.
Congratulations, you're braver than I am because I'm staying home.
Oh my God, me too. And Fat Tuesday's today, isn't it?
I think so.
Because I always find that weird. Now you can't really go celebrate Valentine's Day if you're into the Lenten season because you already did it yesterday.
True, that's very true. Things are kind of calmed down now. So what are you going to do?
So I got to ask you about this quote. My Valentine's Day has always been pretty laid back. I'd probably be singing a different tune if they took it more seriously, but we're casual Valentine's Day observer. It's just a fun holiday. So what do you make about the people that kind of get... I got to say this right because I'll get in trouble. People watch the show now and I can't just say whatever anymore.
Right, it's intense.
Let's say you got the people that make a big shaboozy out of this, and then you got the folks that kind of grovel and just... are kind of succubuses of the spirit of Valentine's Day. It's a give and take on both sides of the coin, right?
I think so. If it's not for you, then that's fine. 100%. That's chill. I get it. But hey, we're just out here. We're eating chocolate. It's relaxed. It's no big deal.
Right.
So
it's about the acknowledgement. Now you say in here. Now I'm putting you on the 60 Minutes run here. My friends and I exchange store-bought Valentine's Day cards, little boxes of chocolate. The underlying message is, "Hey, I love you." That's what my family does. My mom every year, and mostly my mom, but my dad and her would always come up with something where we'd have a little small box of chocolates.
Yeah.
Nothing where it's over $30 or anything.
That's adorable. And that's what it's all about, really, too.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of, it just is an excuse to be hey, I love you. Here's just a moment. Here's a little chocolate for fun if you want to get into it. And so why not,
No, the thing is for couples, I get the argument that there's some folks that go, why are you spending all this money? Well, here's my suggestion. Put it towards something later on in the year, like a trip.
Absolutely. That'd be amazing.
I don't know. Maybe it's a trip to Grafton and using our special discount codes right now that you only have until tomorrow to use.
Right, to go to Raging Rivers
why
and
I
get
paid
a cabana.
The big bucks. You see what I did?
Working in.
The medium bucks. But to me, there's more to a Valentine's Day than just going to Hallmark and spending $4,000 and refinancing to go make your loved one happy. You know what I'm saying?
And again, if that's what you're doing, then all the power to you.
Love
But
your point in this, though. It's let the people just have fun.
Yeah, that's that's what it's all about, really. Like, that's my general viewpoint in life, is like, this isn't that deep. So, have fun with it if you want to have fun with it. Go hardcore if you want to. More power to you. Couldn't be me. But just let it be fun for people who want to have fun with it.
Well, it really, in the layman's terms, it's the who gives a damn
Yeah.
type of thing. If you want to be happy, be happy.
Exactly.
If someone's happiness brings you misery, you probably should go and reflect on that somewhere.
I find that so interesting.
That's so true.
Absolutely. People just, and I, no judgment, because life is weird. I get it. But it just is fascinating to me. People who choose to be miserable or choose to see other people being happy and decide to hate on it. And I just don't get it.
Where
Why?
do you think
Why
that
is it
comes
short?
from?
I don't know.
I'm curious. I'm picking your brain because you're more of like, my love life. It's non-existent. I am like failing on every aspect of it right now. But in terms of that, what do you think because I'm not envious of anyone. I've already lived my fun, and I'm telling you what, I'm never going down that rabbit hole again. So I'm over it for a while. But what's your thought on why does it happen?
Well, and I get it too. Like, I understand being envious or being bitter in some ways too, or that kind of thing. Like that, it happens. And especially on a Valentine's Day when it's really, and it is kind of shoved down your throat. I get it. Like, romantic love is a big deal. But, it just doesn't have to be that big of a deal.
You
It just
bitter
is.
ex?
No, I don't know.
I'm
I'm
sorry to cut you off. You said that bitter. I'm just curious. Do you have a bitter ex out there or anything?
I don't know. Now I'm curious. Is anybody out there listening who's like, yeah, I can't stand her, so I don't know.
I got one. I was just curious. Don't let me cut you off. Sorry.
No, well, now that's a new concern of mine. I don't know. I hadn't thought about it.
Next week on the blog, bitter exes. But you're right, though. So is it like a scorn lover situation? Is it bad experiences? For you, what kind of is the leading cause to an envious Valentine Day non-enthusiast?
Yeah, I guess probably there's something of that in there. But the thing is, life is just too short,
Right.
Life's too short to be bitter. Life's too short to be envious. And I get it, too. And, I don't mean to sound, superior, like I have it figured out. Because
Sydney.
I certainly do not have it figured out. That's my disclaimer. I don't know anything. But
I know nothing.
Please don't yell at me. But no, life's just too short. So if it's fun for people, then let it be fun for people. No biggie.
Well, what I love, too, is you're kind of making me feel bad because my mom and dad are one of the individuals that always say, don't get us anything.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. We have what we need. We're good to go. Save your money. But I like what you do here. I bring flowers home I'm putting you on the spot in this. I bring flowers home to my mother, and I'm saying, hey, thanks for everything. You're the best. I love you every day, but here's something special to make this cold day a little better.
Yeah, I better do it this year.
Now you put yourself on the spot. But it's just something like that, where I'm sure, flowers just to say, hey, something just different for you. Thanks for being you.
Yeah, kind of sweet. No big deal. My grandpa, actually, this is kind of a sweet story. He used to send flowers every Valentine's Day to my mom, me, and my grandmother. And so that was just like such a sweet tradition. And so now, just a way to kind of make it sweet now and do the same thing.
I like that you're carrying that on because I have always said that the old family traditions are dying in this country, and I'm not like, it's not a political talking point the way I just said it, even though it kind of sounds like it, but it's just like, it seems like all the old tried and true, like the fun things that kind of brought the family together, it's starting to slip because everyone's crazy and busy and all this stuff. I love that because you need those to keep your family's morale going in that tradition.
Well, exactly. And to your point, too, it just is busyness, I think, in a lot of ways. People just have a lot going on, and I understand that. People are hectic and have life happening all the time. But, if you're able to slow down and kind of do something small like that and kind of keep that tradition going, then I think that's really cool. Good for you.
Absolutely. You got a moment to stick around. I got to pay a bill.
Sure, absolutely.
9:34, but before I do that, let me fill you in on... Got a list here. Got a lot of sponsors now. Ooh, Denise Sparks, because I was thinking about her this morning, Sydney. I was driving down the road, and have you seen purple and yellow trash cans anywhere?
Everywhere.
Thank you. I was driving down the road, and I'm going, these trash cans are like rabbits. They keep multiplying. You get one, and then there's 5 on the same street, and I think it's because of Denise's customer service. How nice is it when you call a company locally and you get somebody on the phone that actually works for the company?
It's the best.
It actually is kind of like a hidden treat anymore, And at Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling, once you call them, that's who you get, the queen of junk. For 30 years, a woman business in a male-dominated industry. With junk removal and hauling, demolition, all that, she became the best. And then everyone started complaining about trash service, and she said, well, I'll be the best at that too. She now services so many in the community, whether you're in Bethalto, Cottage Hills, Godfrey, Pius, you name it. give her a call or just stop by sparksjunkremoval.net today. Plus, don't forget our other services like demolition, rehabbing, and getting all that stuff out of the basement. Plus, your neighbors are going to report you to your alderman soon. It's really looking bad. That junk is cluttering up your garage. You got to call the queen of junk. That's it. It's time. Your mother-in-law is getting ready to stop by for Mother's Day or Easter in a couple of months. You don't want to have that conversation. SparksJunkRemoval.net. That's SparksJunkRemoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center.
Hey Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. We've got a showing.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or a weekend warrior, gear up with Falcommit and elevate your hunting experience. From rugged gear for the seasoned hunter to adorable outfits for the little ones, we've got your whole family covered. Literally, because the best moments are made in the great outdoors. And with Falcommit, you're not just wearing gear, you're wearing the stories of your adventures. Discover the joy of hunting together. Visit Falcommit.com and outfit your family for the next generations of memories.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. Don't mind me. 9:38. A little bit of change. Sydney Singh still in studio. The reason I kept you is because there's still more to talk about. You know. And I'm glad you're here too, Sydney. I think we all are. Makes me humble. You humble me, you know.
Likewise.
But the reason being is because Valentine's Day is unique for you in a way because not everyone has a Valentine's Day birthday.
Yeah.
So how does this go? Because, by the way, hold on. Your birthday song.
Hey, there we go.
Happy birthday. So the reason being is birthday. You're coming up on
24. Yeah.
Man, okay. So how does the birthday work?
Well, it's kind of weird, yeah. So my birthday's on Valentine's Day, which is kind of fun in a way because no matter what's going on in my romantic life, you know what? There's always something to look forward to. So it's kind of a plus.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. Now, how do you and your friends celebrate your birthday?
Well, we don't do anything on Valentine's Day because that's just too crazy, right? There's too much going on.
Yeah, you aren't going to get anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So no. So we always wait till the weekend after, and people have Valentine's Day plans with their significant others and that kind of thing. So I don't want to step on that, and I have my own plans with family and that kind of thing. So. No, we always wait until the weekend after, and we celebrate. We go out. We're going to go out and get some dinner this weekend, and it's going to be fun.
There you go. Now, is there any family traditions?
Nothing too wild. Sometimes,
I like it.
Yeah, and that's fine, too, because I don't mind just kind of calm.
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
This is me. I hate my birthday because
Really?
my biggest, and this is going to sound awful, like they're going to go, what, a narcissistic jerk. I cannot take like praise.
Oh yeah,
like my brain just doesn't accept praise.
Yeah.
It doesn't accept a celebratory feeling of happiness. It's just like. Who cares? Like
that's very real. No, you're not alone.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it sounds terrible though. You can't be happy. It's not. I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I just don't celebrate me.
No, that's a very real thing. No, and I know a lot of people who feel the same way and are very, very anti-birthdays, which is, to each their own. But yeah.
Well, like my mom and dad, every birthday I get like a cake or something. Just a small one from Schnucks and maybe a gift card or two. But to me, that's fine. That's sufficient.
That sounds good to me. That sounds like a great birthday. Yeah.
Now, do you ever, kind of have a situation where this would be tough? Valentine's Day falls on a Saturday.
Right.
And then you got your birthday on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to plan that one? I'm curious to know how you really work through these dates.
No, in that case, I don't know. I guess we just figure it out. We, find a way to still make it fun. You're not really going out on Valentine's Day in that case. We might wait till the week after because there's no, I don't know about you, but I'm staying in on Valentine's Day. I'm not braving the world out there.
No.
So.
Well, I think you said it best in this. You're going to be brave and say it. You like Valentine's Day.
I do, and I'm predisposed to like it, clearly, because it is my birthday.
That's true.
But
now, that would be something. If you have a birthday and you hate the darn holiday.
Right.
What's coming up this week and what you're writing, not blog-wise? I know you were covering a couple of really important things, and I'm excited to hear what's coming out.
Yeah, no, so it's interesting. So I went yesterday to a community briefing on domestic terrorism and the threat of radicalization in our communities, which was really interesting. So stories coming on that in, a couple hours. So that'll be fun.
I'm on a timer.
Oh, God. Oh, no. That'll be interesting. And then we just put out a guide for all the Ash Wednesday mass times in the area for people who are looking to, mark, start Lent off right. Mm-hmm. So that's exciting. And then we've been working, you and I, on the ultimate fish fry guide.
That's coming out today. I'm excited. Okay, so coming out today is the ultimate go guide. I was thinking yesterday, I'm only good for one idea a week. And I was sitting there and I thought, everyone's, either practicing or a lot of people just do the fasting with fish during the Lenten season. I thought, how awesome would it be to have an ultimate go guide? And Sydney's the best at what she does. So I just said, Sydney, can you do this real quick? I think we can knock it out. So the first time, we're going to do this all month, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And I just wanted to be the first to do it. I'm glad we did.
No, I'm excited about it. Ultimate go guide for where you want to get your fish this Lent. So it's going to be fun. It's going to get it out there and going to get people out there get their fish this weekend.
And cover the entire Riverbend region, not just one town like a few of our competitors do. At 9:42, we'll take a quick break. What's coming up in your next blog?
Oh, you always ask it. I don't know, and I wish I knew. I wish I knew. It'd make my job a lot easier, but I don't know.
We call that a tease in the radio business. It's never a tease when you work with Lisa Webb and 3rd Street Realty. It's just not. So, I don't make $1 million a year.
Right.
Did you know that? Because actually someone thought I was making just buttloads of money on the show. And I had to explain to them what local media is.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there, and people always thought that Lisa only worked with me because, I was on the show and did all this stuff. I closed on my house for $500.
Oh, wow.
That's first amazing. Home. $500 and I moved in.
That's amazing.
And it's not just because, I have a show. It's because I'm a normal person. Like Sydney, she'd help the same. She'd help all of you, too. That's why I like, because real estate's kind of, a weird business where it's not, the most trusted profession if you look at statistics. But Lisa Webb doesn't treat you like a commission check. She just treats you like a person. That's what I think's really cool, And so what I think's awesome is, I don't know if you have any young friends, if they started house flipping yet.
A little bit, looking around, yeah.
So what I think's amazing is if you go to 3rdstrealty.com, there's tons of those properties, and you could get your jump start on flipping houses, maybe owning some investment properties and really starting your portfolio and nest egg that way. Or if you're buying your first house for the first, you'd have to buy it for the first time, I guess. You could utilize 3rdstrealty.com there. The most important thing is, listen, life happens, and sometimes it's hard to pay your bills, especially in this economy. There's nothing we can kind of tiptoe around that. Lisa Webb's the best when it's come to that tough situation of do we have to short sale or do we have to foreclose? Because when you work with Lisa Webb, that's somebody who's worked with all walks of life, all situations, and she's there to be compassionate but still knowledgeable and guide you through the entire process by holding your hand. 3rdstrealty.com. That's 3rdstrealty.com. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Maybe I'm afraid of the way I leave you. Maybe I'm amazed at the way you help me sing my song. Right me when I'm wrong. Maybe I'm amazed at the way I really need you.
Welcome back to our daily show. Let's take a look at what happened on this date in history. And you know, there's been a lot. Let's take you through it now. Patrick Henry named the colonel of the 1st Virginia Battalion on this date in 1776. Patrick Henry became colonel of the 1st Virginia Battalion in defense of the state's supply gunpowder. A Virginia lawyer, Henry gained fame as a member of the House of Burgess. In 2008, for all of the tabloid watchers out there, someone we know pretty infamously, on February 13th, a California judge ruled that actor Mel Gibson, the star of such movies like Braveheart, Mad Max, Lethal Weapon, has successfully completed the terms of his no contest plea to DUI, and he completed probation. In 1982, a 21-year-old woman named Mary accepts a ride from a man in the ski town of Breckenridge. And that's what started and that's when the serial killer first struck in 1982. Also on this date, in 1945, on the evening of the most controversial episode in the Allied air war against Germany began as hundreds of British bombers loaded with incendiaries and high explosives descended on Dresden, and that's when Dresden was completely devastated. In 1689, following Britain's bloodless, glorious revolution, Mary, the daughter of the deposed King William of Orange, her husband, are proclaimed joint sovereigns of Great Britain under Britain's new Bill of Rights. Also, on this date, what does that say? In 1991, Sotheby's announced the discovery of a long-lost manuscript of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. The manuscript was the first half of Twain's original version, heavily corrected in his own handwriting, which had been missing for years. One final one. On this date in history, President Lyndon B. Johnson decides to undertake the sustained bombing of North Vietnam that he and his advisors, if I can speak today, had been contemplating for a year. That's the approval of Operation Rolling Thunder. On this date in music history, we'll take you to 2012. Man, she was on fire. Adele won all 6 categories that she was nominated for at that year's Grammy Awards. The British singer won Song of the Year for Rolling in the Deep and also received Grammys for Best Pop Solo Performance for Someone Like You, her Best Pop Vocal Album and Album of the Year for 21, and Record of the Year, and Best Short Form Music Video for Rolling in the Deep. Man, talk about bringing home the hardware. Now, I don't know how to feel about this. Shakira, in 2008, a fan paid $3,000 for one of her jeweled bras, which she wore on her Oral Fixation World Tour in 2007 in an auction for the pop star's children's charity. More than $60,000 had been raised during this, with one fan paying $14,000 to meet Shakira. No thanks. The charity was currently building a school for poor children in the singer's home country. Other items in the auction included a purple wig and Gibson guitar used in the video for La Stella Intuition, and it sold for $3,300. A shiny lavender skirt and turquoise and coral beading that Shakira wore while singing Hips Don't Lie on tour only fetched $1,000. You know, that's my question. Would you kind of feel bad if you're Shakira? I mean, normally when celebrities do this, they make tens of thousands on one item. I'm just saying, you know, I'm not trying to be gross here, but a guy, I mean, you would think that they would pay more than $3,000 for if you're really into Shakira for a jeweled bra, but I don't know. Talk about being humbled. In 2007, Rod Stewart was paid $1 million when he performed at a billionaire's birthday bash. Stewart was booked to play a 1-hour gig to help Steve Schwarzman celebrate his 60th birthday held in the Park Avenue Armory. Readers of UK newspaper The Sun voted. Have you ever seen a real copy of The Sun over there? Oh, man, that is so fun to pick up when you're taking a trip over in London. Careless Whisper as the greatest pop single of the past 25 years. Oasis came in second with Wonderwall and Kate Bush third with Wuthering Heights. It's the rest of the top 10 included number 4, Robbie Williams, Angel, number 5, The Jam, Going Underground. In equal 6th, the Sex Pistols, God Save the Queen, and Joy Division, Level Tear Us Up. Number 7 was Queen, We Are the Champions. 9th, the Stone Roses, Fool's Gold. And the 10th was the Undertones with Teenage Kicks. In 2004, Led Zeppelin were awarded a Lifetime Achievement Award at this year's Grammys. Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, and Jason Bonham all attended. Robert Plant did not, since he was working on a new album and a tour. Also on this date in history, one of my favorites. American country singer, songwriter Waylon Jennings died in his sleep after a lengthy fight with diabetes. He was a bassist for Buddy Holly following the breakup of the Crickets, released a series of duets with Willie Nelson in the late 1970s, scored the 1980 U.S. single, number 21 on the charts with a theme from Dukes of Hazzard, and he was also the narrator of the television series. Member of the Highwaymen with Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, and Chris Christopherson, a country legend gone in 2002. Oh, I love this song. Oh, back at it. Also on this date in history, Mick Fleetwood. This year's Brit Awards was hosted in 1989 by Sam Fox and Mick Fleetwood, in which just about everything went wrong. Lines were fluffed, and bands missed cues on stage. Winners included Phil Collins, who won British Male Solo Artist. British Female Solo Artist was Annie Lennox, and Shearer won Best British Group. Best British Album went to Fairground Attraction for First of Million Kisses, and British Breakthrough Act was Bros. Michael Jackson won International Male, and International Female went, well, to this woman right here.
Give me one reason to steer, and I'll turn right back around.
Tracy Chapman won International Woman of the Year in 1989, right after Fast Car came out. In 1978, Dire Straits began recording their first album at the Basing Street Studios in London. The whole project cost $21,000 to produce. The album, which featured the group's breakthrough single, Sultans of Swing, went on to enjoy a 132-week run on the UK chart. The inspiration came from Mark Knopfler's witnessing of a mediocre jazz band playing in the corner of a practically deserted pub. At the end of their performance, the lead singer came to the microphone and announced they were the Sultans of Swing. And one final one for you. In 1971, the Osmonds started a 5-week run at the number 1 spot in the U.S. singles chart with One Bad Apple. The group had been appearing on television in the United States from 1962 on The Andy Williams Show and then The Jerry Lewis Show. All right, 2 more because these are good. On this date, Friday the 13th is when it happened in 1970. Black Sabbath released their debut self-titled studio album on Vertigo Records in the UK. It peaked at number 8 on the charts. The album has been recognized as the first main album to be credited with the development of the heavy metal genre. In 1960, Frank Sinatra launched his own record label, Reprise Records, in order to allow more artistic freedom for his own recordings. Hence, he garnered the nickname, the chairman of the board. One of the label's founding principles under Sinatra's leadership was that each artist would have full creative freedom and at some point complete ownership of their work. Talk about being unheard of and progressive at the time. Reprise later became the home of many influential U.S. acts such as Neil Young, Jimi Hendrix, Joni Mitchell, Randy Newman, and the Beach Boys. That's what's happened on this date in history and on this date in music. I think that's one of our better segments. You know, before I take a quick break, I need you to get tickets to the 4-poster at Alton Little Theater. I can't say enough great stuff about the theater. I went to Best of the Best in Country Love, and they were all amazing. But every time I go, whether it was an Elephant's Graveyard when I got a different perspective and being on stage and looking out, or when I go to a show and just observe and be a part of it and enjoy, they do such great work. You know, I always told Lee Cox, I told her, I said, you know, I think when I first thought of the theater, I thought, well, little theater, you know, smaller performances. Not here. The Big Shabuzi. This is a great, great production each and every time. And the 4 posters, none different. Kevin Frakes, cast and crew of 2 people have been working so hard on this. And it's about 35 years of marriage and the witnessing the 4-poster bed does throughout those 35 years of arguments, ups, downs, highs, lows. You can relive this, the perfect time to have this performance right on the heels of Valentine's Day, and it starts this week. You can go to altonlittletheater.org and get your sweetheart some tickets to a very great play that talks about the story of love. altonlittletheater.org, altonlittletheater.org. We are coming up on 10 o'clock in downtown Alton. You're watching RiverBender.com on Roku TV, your smartphone, your computer, anywhere you watch it. It's our daily show, and we'll be right back after this. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Sorry, I don't know what happened there. I was sitting there and all of a sudden, kind of, stopped. Happens. 10:06, time for the top of the hour news. RiverBender.com. It's Our Daily Show, CJ Nasello. Download the River. That's enough of you. Download the RiverBender.com app today. There's thousands of downloads. You always stay in the know in your local community because that's when it matters the most. This is very important, and you can always stay up to date with your daily dose of local by downloading it in the Google Play. Get over here. Or the App Store today. We'll take you to top of the hour news now out of Alton Main Street's quarterly information meeting, What's Up Downtown, will be held on Tuesday. That's today, at 5:30 p.m. at the iMerge Community Center, located inside the Riverbender building at 200 West 3rd Street in Alton. The public invited to learn the latest news regarding developments in Alton's historic downtown district, including updates from new and existing businesses, news on real estate transactions, and details of upcoming events and projects. You'll be in the know, as my good pal Ray Hartman would say, on topics from the evening's featured speakers, including Fred Pollard, who was announcing the move of his 2 retail shops, Mom Said No and Mississippi Hippie, from Mineral Springs into one consolidated space across the street at 300 East Broadway. Mike McReynolds will speak about renovations currently taking place at 204 State Street and the preparation for the forthcoming Bentley's Bar and Grill. The Sierra Club's Christine Favilla will give an update about the work on Alton's new Riverfront Commission and share details of an upcoming Earth Day celebration as well as other environmental happenings. Caleb Lewis, who will soon be reopening his business, Moondrops and Wellness, at its new location, the freshly rehabbed 112 East Broadway. Quint Long from Picture This and More will speak about his recent collaboration with Strange Lovely, which has expanded their vintage furniture offerings into a showplace in a portion of his gallery. Learn about Radiance and Yoga and Wellness, which has recently opened at 211 East Broadway. New this year, the events will be streamed on live on RiverBender.com, allowing those who are unable to attend in person stay up to date on downtown developments. Residents are encouraged to stay connected with what's happening in the district by attending the Casual Forum, which is free and open to the public. Attendees will be brought up to date by Main Street city officials and stakeholders. After the featured speakers, the floor is open to anyone who has news to share about what's happening with their business or organization. Attendees will enjoy complimentary refreshments as well as networking with other downtown enthusiasts. To get involved with the many ways Alton Main Street volunteers are working to promote the district and improve the quality of life in the community, you can contact Sarah McGivney, Executive Director at 618-463-1016. That's good news. I didn't know we started streaming those. I need to be in the know. Out of Alton, the Alton Committee of the Whole on Monday did vote 5-2 to preliminary approve the $200,000 in ARPA funding, which will reportedly help the Alton Police Department assist the city's unhoused population in various services. After much discussion between city officials and an unsuccessful attempt to table the item, details about exactly where and how the money would be spent still unclear, moments before committee members were called upon to vote. The item appeared on Monday night's agenda as a resolution to authorize, quote, the disbursement of American Rescue Plan Act funds in the amount of $200,000 for priority projects within the city of Alton, end quote. According to the resolution itself, this, quote, funding for homeless services, end quote, in the amount of $200,000. The agenda item and resolution both contain no mention of the Alton Police Department, but Mayor David Goins said at the meeting that he requested the funds be given to the department. Here's his statement. I requested that the $200,000 be set aside to be able to assist the police department in helping homeless in any matter they can. I know Chief Jarrett Ford can explain in greater detail. Chief Ford said it's difficult to pinpoint exactly where and how the money will be spent at this time because, quote, everybody has different needs, end quote. Instead, he offered general categories of shelter, transportation, hygiene, and more. He added that funds were for a term of 2 years and that, quote, every single penny would be 100% tracked and go towards exactly what is supposed to be going towards. Alderwoman Betsy Allen did raise concerns that Alton isn't allocating money to outside agencies as originally intended. Back in December of 2022, Overnight Warming Center Operations Director Tyler Dreeth asked City Council to consider allocating some of their ARPA funds towards addressing the issues of affordable housing and homelessness because at that time, the city had not listed either issue as a, quote, priority project eligible for ARPA funding. Allen and Alderwoman Carolyn McAfee voted against the approval of the ARPA funding, with all other committee members voting in favor. Alderwoman McAfee unsuccessfully attempted to table the item after it had been passed. It now goes to the Alton City Council for final approval tomorrow, Wednesday, February the 14th at 6:30 p.m. Out of Maryville, Revolution Dispensary is proud to announce the grand opening of a new location in Maryville, Illinois. The St. Louis community is invited to celebrate this milestone, which exemplifies Revolution Dispensary's commitment to superior quality and customer connections. The festivities do begin at 9 a.m. on Friday, February the 16th, with the official ribbon-cutting ceremony to begin at 11 at the brand-new location in Maryville. Honored guests in attendance include Maryville Mayor Craig Short, President and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce and friend of the show, Don Mitchell, and Bolden Investment CEO, Charles Bolden. The event allows visitors to explore a curated range of top-tier cannabis products in a welcoming and highly knowledgeable environment. This is a unique opportunity to discover why Revolution Dispensary raises the bar for the cannabis retail experience. Here's a quote from Charles Bolden, the CEO of Bolden Investments, LLC. Our mission is to set the bar sky high for the cannabis industry, and we are excited to extend the passion for quality and service to the Maryville community. Customer satisfaction is a cornerstone of what we do. We are eager to share knowledge in premium products from Revolution brands, including Revolution Cannabis, Tales and Travels, and other top cultivators in the state. For more information on the opening and Revolution as a whole, you can visit RevCanna, that's Rev, RevCanna.com. That's RevCanna.com. Let's take a look at weather at 10:13. It is 41 degrees. It feels like 47. Let's take a look at Skycam. I think the sun's peering through the Clark Bridge. Let's check it out now. Look at that gorgeous shot of downtown Alton. I love that. The Cracker Factory sitting on the left-hand corner of your screen. There's a portion of Mineral Springs Mall. The Riverfront Amphitheater is beautiful as ever. Cars driving in and out of the city of Alton. The Clark Bridge and just the sun shining down on a beautiful Tuesday morning. You can always see that Skycam in real time at RiverBender.com/weather. Temperatures will reach 57 degrees today and drop down to 33 overnight. Heading into Wednesday. On Wednesday, a high of 59, a low of 45. On Thursday, a high of 49, a low of 30. Partly sunny skies the next 3 days. On Friday, you're going to have a high of 39 degrees. That just dropped drastically. A high of 23, a 50% chance of snow. On Saturday, a high of 34, a low of 24, and partly sunny skies. Right now, as it sits, it's 41, feels like 47 for time and temperature throughout the day. You give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with the maestro, Shane Willams, the Alton Symphony Orchestra, right after this on RiverBender.com. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
On a jet plane, I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down, So many times I've played around.
Welcome back to our daily show. 1019, little bit of change. Shane Williams is the maestro of the Alton Symphony Orchestra, and he joins us on the phone. Now, how about that lead in music? A little bit. Did I lose Shane? I think I lost Shane. Oh, no. I lost Shane. But while I wait for Shane to get reconnected over here and give us another phone call in, hold on here. Let's see if I can get Shane back on the phone. You know, I really like talking to Alton Symphony Orchestra here because they do such great work each and every day. And that's what I think makes it so special is with Alton Symphony Orchestra, the passion for music and then the help of so many young people trying to pursue their musical dreams is done each and every year. Shane Williams back on the line now. I don't know what happened there. A little bit of gremlins on the audio board there, Shane. And Shane, are you there with me?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
There we go. Now I got you loud and clear. I have the Sips and Strings on the screen now because that's coming up at Jacoby Art Center in just a few short days. But we have one this Sunday that's really full of excitement.
Oh, yes. This is our February concert. It's with the theme of an afternoon of musical pops. And so you will hear some of your favorites from selections from Swan Lake, The Sound of Music, Hamilton, St. Louis Blues, Phantom of the Opera, West Side Story. It's just filled with a wonderful time. And it's going to also feature one of our up-and-coming fantastic violinists, the winner of the Marie Stilwell concerto competition, Mr. Aidan Moon, and he's going to be playing the first movement of the Conus Violin Concerto, which is just amazing. And everybody will just love it. They will be amazed at how wonderful this young man sounds.
Well, and that's what I mean, just talking a little bit about it when you got disconnected, one of the reasons I love everything that you all do is because you're always helping promote that next generation and help giving, whether it's scholarships, advice, all this opportunity to perform. That's what I think you guys do so well at, and it's great to know that we're going to get a taste of the scholarship winner yet again coming up on Sunday.
And also with that, just as you mentioned, the next generation, we are also having a side-by-side with the Alton Youth Symphony senior members. It's interesting that we rehearse together. We're playing pieces, we're performing pieces together, and then at the end of our rehearsal, I would have the members of the Alton Symphony stand up who were once in the Alton Youth Symphony, and they were always amazed because there was like probably 15 members that we have now that when they were young, they were part of that important program of the Alton Youth Symphony.
Well, and that's what I think's really remarkable is just the foundation that was laid, and then the generations that continue to keep it going. And that's, you guys have something special with the Alton Symphony Orchestra, Shane, and I mean that because there's tons of organizations that really do all they can, but you guys have just been long-standing, and I think the Youth Symphony is a huge, huge portion, but then the recognition, too, and really becoming a tight-knit family with both groups.
Yes, I know the community cannot thank enough co-founder. His name just Ken Conrad.
Oh, Ken Conradi, he is wonderful.
Yeah, Ken Conradi, yes, and he and another gentleman started it years ago with the vision of preparing young musicians for the future, and that legacy, that vision, is still going on today.
Just wonderful. And Shane, I know it's going to be like me asking about who's your favorite child, but I got to ask you this question. What song or what piece of music on Sunday have you been really looking forward to hearing out of them all?
Oh, that's always a tough one.
It is. Well, this is the 60 minutes portion of the show where it gets, real pointed questions,
Yes. No, that's all good. Well, I have performed a number of these selections in the musical setting. I love Swan Lake. West Side Story. Oh my gosh, I love them all. I'm just going to tell you, and I guess in particular, probably the St. Louis Blues, because I moved here when I was 21 years old or 20 years old, and to St. Louis, and it's been my home ever since.
Well, Shane, I wanted to ask you a little bit more, just touching on what you said about in the musical setting. Have you ever been a part of a performance where they use live music with the symphony throughout a show?
Are you talking about with a video or playing playing extra with the St. Louis Symphony?
Either or.
Well, I have had, I started playing as an extra player with the symphony in percussion back in 1985. And it was under Leonard Slack. Eric Leinsdorf at that time had come in to do a guest concert. And then I've performed under Leonard Slatkin and David Robertson. And it's just been an amazing experience. And I try to bring that not only to the Alton Symphony, but also to the other young musicians that I work with. There has been as a player, I played at the Fox for a number of groups, from Burt Bacharach to Dionne Warwick.
Wow.
Played for Moody Blues, and so I think it's important for that it's not just about playing, but it's about taking that experience and bringing it into your other spheres of your life. I'm a professor of instrumental ensembles and conducting at Missouri Baptist University. And so those students that come there, I bring in those experiences. Not that I just don't want them to have a textbook experience, but I want to share them real life experience. And I think it's important for them to be learning from people who are in the trenches, still performing, still conducting. My colleagues, Dr. Melissa Bishop, Dr. Jordan Cox, Dr. Jason Mallory, they're performing opera, they're songwriting, they're guest conducting. And it's just important that you bring those experiences to the next generation.
Absolutely. And Shane, I wanted to ask you really briefly on performing a live symphony, or backing somebody with in a live performance. What's the difference there? Because I'm sure that there's some nuances that you got to pick up pretty quick. I mean, that's incredible, some of the names you were mentioning.
Yes. You just have to be really aware and to flow right into what's going on. It obviously helps to have listened to the music, ahead of time, be familiar with the songs or the pieces you're doing. But it's a great experience. I know it was a wonderful experience. The Fox years ago did the Elvis tour, and it was the original players of the band. Obviously, Elvis, had passed away.
Is that the one that James Burton was playing guitar with and all of that as well?
I believe so, yes.
That was wonderful.
Yes, and they had a person who was an Elvis impersonator who had the concert that we did at the Fox was actually one that had been on TV, and Elvis, so they've got the impersonator moving around, and it's just an amazing reliving of what went on. And what was unusual and very surprising for me is that the show that we did there was actually the show that I had seen as a young man on black and white TV when I first saw Elvis.
What was the show?
It was just called the Elvis Tour, but all the pieces that he had done on that concert on TV, they just recreated that whole show with just as if you were watching it on TV. It was just. Yeah, it was just called the Elvis Tour.
When and that what I think's cool about it too, Shane. And before we move on to Sips and Strings, and we'll touch base on the performance Sunday, but it's just the fact that that was somebody that really used the orchestra really in a rock and roll setting for one of the first times and used it for over a decade. I mean, it was really powerful and loved. I think the orchestra is what made his 70s music sound so good.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. I totally agree.
And now, Shane, getting back to Sunday, this is going to be really cool. Is this over at Lewis and Clark Hathaway Hall?
It is, and we are so privileged to not only rehearse there, but to perform there. It is at Hathaway Hall. It's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There will not be an intermission, so this is going to be a slightly shorter concert. But no less the quality of what you're going to hear. We're just trying this on a Sunday afternoon. You can go out, don't have to have the whole afternoon listening to music, but come on out, for a slightly shorter concert, but yet you'll walk away and your palate will be just be fulfilled in all the different tastes of music that you're going to hear.
Well, especially for a great date night. Maybe you can't do anything this Wednesday for Valentine's Day. Save it for Sunday and go and make a nice, beautiful day out of it. Get some great food at a local restaurant. Stop in and hear the orchestra. That's a win-win, Shane.
Yes, and something unique about this concert is we are doing this concert and not charging a ticket price.
Whoa.
And we are doing this. We are doing this a couple of reasons. Number one, we are asking, we want people to feel free to come to the concert and to experience the music of the popular music with the Alton Symphony. And also, if people do desire to give, that they have those opportunities there.
Right.
And this way, there's no pressure that, we would love to fill the hall Sunday afternoon. And I just encourage you, if you have not come to the Alton Symphony before, please come, be our guest. And there's no responsibility of, I don't have the money for it or anything. No, just come and enjoy. And we just appreciate that you took the time out of your afternoon to come and share it with us. And then if you do feel to give, that's great too. We'll have a QR code. We'll have some different ways. Or you can go on the website ahead of time and you can just donate. We appreciate that. But yeah, we're doing it without cost of a ticket, just to help the community and just reach out to them.
Really cool. And Shane, fill me in on Sips and Strings. This is at Jacoby Arts Center, February the 23rd at 6 p.m. This is an annual event that's really gained a lot of attention.
Oh, yes. Yes, it has. And this is, again, you're right. It's at the Jacoby Arts Center in Alton. It's February 23rd. At 6 p.m. and we have the principal string players, a string quartet playing for your enjoyment, and we have a wine tasting going on at the same time, and we also have delicious desserts that are being served. And again, all of the money that's for this is to help us raise funds. You might want to, if you're thinking about going, which I encourage people, might want to buy a ticket prior to the event because there is a limited number of ticket quantities that we have.
And Shane, what's the best way to get that ticket information out to our audience? Because you're right, they go quick.
Yes. The best way is to just go on the website to the Alton Symphony Orchestra, and you can purchase your tickets on there, and that will take care of it and guarantee you a spot.
Shane Willams is the maestro of the Alton Symphony Orchestra. Shane, I told you 10 minutes, and here we are 20 minutes later. I love speaking with you. I hope Sunday goes well, and then we got to talk a little bit more about Sips and Strings and get the word out, because this is a wonderful event, and thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you, CJ. Always enjoy. As the Alton Symphony, we want to make the music come alive for all. And that means everybody in the community come and enjoy and just have a great experience.
Absolutely. Shane, we'll talk again soon.
Thank you so much, CJ. Have a great day.
You too. At 10:33, we'll take a quick break. And the Freers are in studio. Christmas in July. We learn all about it right after this.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Arms are mine. They are lonely, lonely and feeling blue. These arms of mine. They are
Sorry, you couldn't hear that conversation. 10:36, welcome back to our daily show on this 13th day of February. We're a day away from Valentine's Day, the Freers in studio, because July is only, what, 4 months away?
That's right. And February is a giving month.
It is a very giving month, and what I think's great is that all year long, I mean, Community Christmas is nonstop. You have to keep going because, I mean, this event's grown so much, you don't really have a moment to take a day off and you know, let the hair down a little bit with this, right?
Have to always stay on it. This program helps so many people. Right, Carrie?
It does.
There we go.
It does.
Well, and what I think's great, too, is the fact that so many people come out of the woodwork to come up with some really cool incentives for Christmas in July. And now, this time around, what are we looking for to get the folks excited and get them to get some raffle tickets?
Well, I have some items already. We have a $3,000 cash donation.
Oh.
We have green seats from our friend John and Jane Simmons.
Awesome.
We have a condo in Panama City Beach, but we still need more. We really have to make it appealing this year because we have to beat $57,000 from last year.
That was incredible.
It was
that was
incredible.
that was the highest ever, correct?
Yes.
That's just wonderful. And now, what's the best way for people to reach out and go, I have something that would be the of interest to folks? Carrie, what's the formula?
Well, they could call the shop at 618-466-6151.
That was impressive. You didn't even break a sweat. That's how you know you've been at the shop a little bit of time.
You could send us a Facebook message. You can text me or Margaret. You could just, anyway, stop down by the shop, whatever you want to do.
And now, another thing to point out with this, too, is especially with the condos and all of that fun stuff, there's, for folks that are interested, there's a tax deduction on this, too.
It is absolutely tax deductible. I also forgot I have 5 nights in Montana. So that's an awesome Right. And I think your parents are going to donate.
I we'll see. I don't want to put it out there yet.
Okay.
They said they're interested, but I don't want to say, because every time I do that, I get in trouble and everyone's mad at me. But I'll let you know this afternoon.
But it is very good. Very good.
Well, and that's the thing. I love the fact that it's not, this is going to sound awful. I'm sorry. I'm just going to sound bad. Sometimes these raffles, not your guys's, but other events, they kind of have some stuff that you don't feel good about putting your money towards. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, well, I mean, I kind of don't even want to win this. I'm just supporting. Here, everyone wants to win these prizes.
I tell you, the person that won the $2,500 cash just picked up in December.
Really?
We held it in the drawer until December. It's like, where is this guy? He bought it in a bar downtown and lives in Missouri, and he just came over and got it in December.
Did he forget about it?
Oh, we're not sure. I mean, when I called to tell him that he won it, he lives a good hour or more away and said he just doesn't get over here that often, but he would be by within a month or so, and then he just never showed up. But then he called.
That's what I tell my bill collectors. About a month or so, I'll get in touch with you.
Tuesday. I'll gladly play you Tuesday.
If you give me a little today.
So if anybody has a condo or vacation home or a timeshare they would like to donate, we will get a tax letter from United Way, and then you can deduct it from your taxes. But this event, Carrie worked so hard last year. I have to give her credit.
Yep.
I mean, not only did she help the agency shop, but she went and helped the family shop. I mean, she deserves a gold star this year.
You
she
really do. You were
hit it out of the park.
Boots on the ground and doing it all.
Actually, that was very enjoyable to
was
do
it
all
really?
that.
No, is it kind of a different perspective for you too?
It
Because
is.
You've been doing I'm sure the organization side of it for so long, but to really be in the thick of it and seeing all the work.
Good to see where the money truly does go and the benefit and you know, I kind of asked each agency how they do their distributed and what they do, and they all had different ways of doing it. Some get a list from the families, some just know what the kids like, so they would come in and get some things. It was neat to see.
Well, and what I think's great too is just the whole process, and that's what makes Christmas so fun, because everyone knows it's my favorite holiday, my family's forever. But now, in the different way of Christmas in July starting, you're kind of in the Christmas spirit already because you're out at the store, maybe looking for things to donate in the actual community Christmas spot, which there's some great deals at Penny's right now for coats and all of those wonderful things where you can get a jump start on them and save tons of money by keeping our children warm this winter. But it just really puts me in the spirit, I mean, it really makes it a Christmas town and region when you guys put on these really great incentives and community efforts,
And something we're concentrating on this year is teens.
Yeah.
When Carrie helped shop last year, they ran out of stuff for teens. So basketballs, footballs.
Yeah.
Bath and Body Works for girls, little necklace or earring sets. I mean, Salvation Army did a great job. They let families come in and shop. So they kind of got like things together for each family that pre-registered, and then those families also. So they got those things, but then they got to kind of go through and do like their own shopping.
That's cool.
In the gym and pick out different items for each kid. And so the one thing that I noticed was when they would come in and say they have a 13-year-old, there just wasn't anything for teens because you just don't think about the teenagers. And there is an age limit. I think that they can only shop after 15 they're done. Like they're not part of the program as far as with the Salvation Army at least. So, there just wasn't much for boys or girls, teens.
Well, that's a great note because now we have about 10 months to get some teenage items for community Christmas. And that's because I've kind of paid attention the last couple of months. I'm figuring this out.
Good.
We're shopping all year long.
Yeah, we do.
Well, that's what I think's great is you're always putting out on Facebook, here's who's having specials and deals. We just picked something up. If you guys can go out there, it's a great opportunity to. But now we have fun in summer. You can go win a $3,000 check or whatever it comes in. Then you have the 5 nights in Montana, Panama Beach, and so much others, the green seats from the Simmons.
Yeah.
And when it comes to what you're looking for in this, are there certain qualifying factors here for items to be donated? Is it more bigger ticket items?
We like bigger ticket items.
Okay.
People are, I can't thank the community enough. No. I mean, the community we put it together, but the community makes this happen. Everybody in the community supports this event. Nobody minds paying $10 for a raffle ticket, whether they win or not, because they know that it's going for a wonderful cause. But without the community, we couldn't do it. But yeah, it is larger ticket items that we're needing.
Well, and I just thought, really, I mean, whether or not it's, it's hotel stays in luxury hotels and a nice trip out of town, or maybe
A fun weekend getaway.
Yeah.
Lake of the Ozarks, or anything like that. Yeah.
Vegas, throw a Vegas trip out there. That'd be fun.
Nashville trip.
That's becoming
Arizona. I'm looking for someplace in Arizona. Hawaii. Does anybody, please?
Well, and that's what it gets fun, because there's so many people, and I'm sure it gets tiring for some of the folks that are more able to contribute to community things and projects, because they're tapped on the shoulder so much. But this is a fun way to do it, where you aren't just necessarily cutting a check and going, well, here you go. You're making it personal. Here's our contribution. Here's our gift, and it makes it a real community event when it's that way too.
And all the money that is collected truly does stay in our community. I saw that. I mean, I knew that, but I actually saw it this last.
Yeah, well, I'm sure when you saw it, it's almost overwhelming when you realize, I mean, really, it is all going back.
Well, some of the things that the families were asking the agencies to get was like cleaning supplies. There was one agency that came through at Target when we had the shopping days, and they were getting bathroom cleaner and toilet cleaner and Comet and bleach and laundry soap and, just
personal
those
hygiene items.
Yeah, those things that we kind of just take for granted every day.
Well, and not being, getting on a soapbox about it, but, I go down the grocery store aisle and I see that, everything's up, and you go and my hairspray is now, $15 or $17 a bottle, and now I got it. But for everyone that is on a fixed income and that really can't afford to have a price increase, it's terrible. You can't afford groceries.
I think they just announced this morning. I thought I read somewhere inflation was up 17%.
Yeah, well, it was up. It was up pretty big.
Yeah, it was big.
Well, and too, on a national scale, it was up like 0.5%, which is huge. I mean, on the major scale of things. So I don't know. It just, whenever that happens and affects us, you're right. We forget about those folks that we support in Community Christmas and Christmas in July that need just day-to-day items to get through.
Yeah. And CJ, you guys did such a wonderful job covering this last year with the shoppers and everything. The community saw. They saw where their money went, and I think that's important.
Well, and I know that Sydney had just so much joy going down there and taking pictures and being a part of it, and we just love being a part of it too. And that's what I'm so glad to have you guys on today, because let's start early. Let's get some really nice items going, and then boom, you're taken care of for Christmas in July. Put a couple of bucks in and win $3,000. I think I got that one boxed in. If no one else can donate or buy those raffle tickets for that item, I'll be good to go.
We need people to sell these raffle tickets to every year. We have struggled. If you take a pack of 20, you make $250 for the event.
Exactly.
So, and they sell very easily. They sell themselves. It's not hard.
Yeah. No, you put it out there on your Facebook that you have those tickets, and by the end of the afternoon, you're just going to start planning your driving trip and making sure people get them. So there's ticket holders and ticket give. What do you call those folks? Ticket givers, ticket giveaways, ticket vendors, ticket vendors. I like that.
Yes,
I had to talk through it out loud.
People that sell the tickets.
Ticket sellers.
Sellers. And so there's that opportunity. There's the opportunity to donate if you have the opportunity to, and then be a part of it. Is there any other ways that we can support this? If maybe there's some folks that don't have that item to donate, maybe they don't have time to give tickets away, but maybe they share posts and raise awareness.
That's a big help.
And in July, normally it's towards the end of July on a Friday. We have the Sloppy Joe sale.
Yep.
And so you can come through and get lunch. So you're getting something and donate.
Yeah.
Some money for Sloppy Joe. We have chips, drink,
Wasn't
cheesecake.
that the best Sloppy Joe in town is what I heard.
It is.
And now, are your daughters still a part of it? Granddaughters still a part of it?
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering, because Christmas in July last year, they knocked it out of the park.
They did. They were amazing.
I mean, they set their stone in the Alton Riverbend Walk of Fame. That's for sure. And that's what I think's fun too. It's a family event, really, for you all as well. I'm sure, because you get to do this together as a team, just like the business, but in a different way for the community.
For sure.
And what I love is from the time the girls were little, they went out and waited on people.
No way.
For lunch. And now, they're all grown up, but we have other volunteers, little kids, they walk up, you want to buy a piece of cheesecake?
You aren't going to say no.
No way. So those kids are just adorable. They're adorable.
Next
so
time,
cute.
I got to bring John with me upstairs so that way I can say, yeah, he'll pay.
There you go. I tell you what, he truly helped us out a
He's
lot
a good
this
boss.
last year.
He's just a great person. But I really just love talking about Christmas in July, community Christmas. So the big calls to action. Number one, if you have a bigger ticket item, so many people have condos now and just great vacation spots.
And you know, people take care of them.
They do.
We've been doing this for many years, and we've never had a complaint. In fact, the guy from Panama City Beach, I mean, he so kind. He offers it every year. He says, "No, we want to." So
really cool. So there's those opportunities if you have the opportunity. Or I love this idea of just selling tickets.
Yep, that's a big help.
As I so elegantly put, the ticket seller giver, whatever ticket vendor, salesman, it's easy to sell. You put them on your Facebook. You're going to raise $250 on a booklet at 24 Community Christmas in July. And then the opportunity in Christmas in July to go get some sloppy joes and be a part of it.
Lots of opportunities.
Do we have a date yet?
It's normally around the last Friday of July.
Maybe the third Friday this year.
We usually wait on schedules from
girls
girls and what they
That's fair.
And now that they're a little bit older and they're definitely tailored. Yeah.
When does the Stanford start?
She is planning on graduating next December.
Next December.
And
Okay.
She'll head out in
That's what I was
January to
wondering.
start training with the team and start school.
Whenever I knew you were coming on, I kept thinking, I was like, now is it this spring that we're?
No, she's just a junior,
Wow.
so I've got her for a little less than a year, and then she'll head off and start.
It was bad when Taylor left, but now it's going to
be empty nesting for sure.
Yeah. Well, now here's the way to get through it. Community Christmas.
There you go.
We stay busy. You can reach out by calling the office and calling the shop. What's that phone number again, Carrie?
618-466-6151.
That is a talent. Or you can it is. I mean, what's funny? I ask people all the time for their phone number, and it's a lot of oohs and ahs, like, ooh.
Oh, I don't know. It's in my phone.
Yeah. But that was awesome. And then you can also reach out to Margaret and Carrie on Facebook, get information. If you have a condo, anything big that you want to be a part of this raffle, it truly is a community event.
It is.
And it's fun to see who contributes, who's a part of it, and then all the faces that walk in on July and really just enjoy the morning and afternoon. Margaret, Carrie, as we're on the road to Christmas in July, you're welcome back at any time. And we'll keep promoting it as we get closer and closer.
Great. You do an awesome job. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. At 10:51, we'll take a quick pause. We still got our trade spotlight to get to with the home builders, remodelers of the Metro East Association. We'll do that right after this quick break on RiverBender.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back. 10:53, a little bit of change. Home builders, remodelers of the Metro East Association. Good morning, Shannon. How are we doing?
Good morning, TJ. Hey, the sun is shining again in Illinois, so it's a great day.
Well, and I mean, we are close. We are
Yes.
about as close as we could be to the Home Expo. How's everything going?
It's going amazing. The show again is March 8th, 9th, and 10th at Belclair Fairgrounds in Belleville. And let me just tell you, it has exploded. We're really excited about this year's expo. We've got now right at 150 booths at the show for this year. It's sold out. There's really no more space left available. So what that means for the consumers is there's tons of opportunity to check out projects, materials, providers of services for your home, whether it's inside or out. We've got everything from a tree farm that's going to be there with trees and shrubs to some landscapers to show you the newest cutting edge stuff that you can do outside your home to increase your curb value or build your outdoor kitchen you've always dreamed of, or whatever the case may be. And then we've got builders, remodelers, all the different materials you could think for your home. And then, you know what's really cool this year, CJ, something different we did was we have incorporated local vendors. There's going to be a local honey vendor there. There's going to be a gourmet chocolate vendor there. There's going to be a vendor that does homemade wood signs for your home, inside or out. We've got a guy that does custom boulders for your home or for gifts. It's amazing some of the things he can do. So it's not just windows and siding, you know, home shows and ours is a home expo, and that's why we named it a home expo. We're giving people all the different areas, the small and the big. It's not just siding and windows anymore.
Well, and that's, you know, on top of it, let me add another component to this. If I remember correctly, which always gets dangerous, I am going. Well, yeah, no kidding. I am going to be there. I'm going to be there a lot, but we're going to be doing the show. We'll talk about when we're doing that one with all the other local media experts as well and local personalities.
Yep.
But also, Shannon, I love the fact that you're having the discounted material. Correct?
Yes.
That's
so we have what we
huge.
call it's big, CJ. We have what we call our contractors resale or yard sale, whichever you'd like to call it. It's basically contractors and members of our association and vendors that, you know, they all have these jobs, right? That Mary Sue wanted to order gray cabinets, let's say for her kitchen. And they come in and Mary Sue decides that's not quite the gray I want. Or she changed the floor plan and the cabinets weren't going to fit anymore. So our many of the contractors in the area and our members and some of the vendors, they then donate that material to the Home Builders and Remodelers Association. And we have this amazing contractors yard sale or resale. And then the really cool part that I'm really proud of, when it's over, anything that's left over that the public doesn't buy, guess what? We donate it all to Habitat for Humanity for their causes.
No kidding. That's wonderful.
Yes. So it's another association helping another association in the community, and it's all working together. And this material is sold basically at cents on the dollar. You know, it's way discounted from what you'd pay if you went into a retail store. And it's all new stuff. It's not like it's used stuff that's been banged up. There might be a few things that have dent and dings, you know what I mean? But it's new material that they weren't able to use. I know I've got a ton of flooring that's going to be there: carpet, ceramic tile, wood flooring. I know there's going to be some plumbing stuff. I know there's going to be some cabinets. I know I really don't know 100% everything that's going to be there till the week of the show and they all start bringing it in. But and it's like, oh my, how much stuff is coming? So that's going on the entire time of the show. And it's cash and carry. There's an ATM on site at the show if people want to get cash to make purchases. And we have volunteers that are running that area. And it's in the room at the expo hall where the main stage is, where all the local performers are going to be performing all weekend. And we've got one of the ones I'm really excited about. I'm excited about all of them, but I feel honored that we are going to have the Special Olympics gold medal winning cheerleading team performing at the expo. They'll be performing Friday at noon on the main stage.
That's incredible.
I know, isn't that cool?
That's really
and they
cool.
went to Germany and they won a gold medal, and they're from our area. And then we're also going to have the Special Olympics dance company performing on Sunday. So we've got performances like that. We've got karate demonstrations. We've got a canine units, maybe a couple of them that are going to be there at different times. There is a performing artist out of the Missouri area that is a Willie Nelson impersonator. It is blown up on social media when I posted that he was going to be at the Home Expo. And remember, it's free to attend. And this isn't just come in and look at siding and windows. There are things for your kids to do. We have our carpenters, Mid-America Regional Carpenters Union is going to be there, and they're going to have an interactive item that kids can build and work with their hands. We've got the Wild Treehouse animals are going to be there, which is a rescue place that has all kinds of crazy
Treehouse
animals.
Wildlife.
Yeah, Treehouse Wildlife.
They're
I'm
right
sorry, I
down
said
the
it
road.
backwards.
They're right down the road in Dow, and they are wonderful.
Yeah. So they're going to be there with the animals. We've got the Clydesdales are going to be there Friday afternoon between 1 and 3. We've got, pet adoptions going on Saturday and Sunday with the Belleville Humane Society. So I guess my point to all of it, CJ, is my goal with this show and for the HBR, our goal was to have it as an event. It's not just come and look at siding and windows. You know, sometimes home shows get that bad rap. Oh my gosh, there was a lot of windows and siding. Those are still important components, right? But we want to have all the other things for the public. We're going to have 2 or 3 different branches of the military there, sharing information and doing some demonstrations. So Belleville is going to be bringing out potentially their SWAT teams and their SWAT vehicles and just all kinds of stuff going on. They're big.
Well, and Shannon, not to cut you off, but I just think what's amazing about this is you guys could have gone about this one or two ways. Like you said, windows, siding, generic stuff, or you can really involve the entire home. Because a home just isn't the material that makes up it. It's the people inside, the pets, all the fun you can have and all the memories. And I think that's what I love about this so much is it really is a true home expo.
Yeah, it is. It's an expo. It's not just a home show. And, you know, the community has been very engaging with it. We're getting tons of great feedback already. The vendors are excited to be a part of this particular expo because of the way things have been structured. And then, you know, add in the local celebrity element. We're going to have Favaz from K-She there on Friday afternoon. We'll have Courtney Landrum from 106.5 The Arch on Saturday 11 to 1. Then on Sunday, we've got Billy Greenwood from The Bull. So we've got all the different genres of music represented and some of the local celebrities there. And then Fox 2 will be there on Friday filming their noon show. They're going to be on site with a whole crew and set up studio at the expo to film their noon show live from the expo. That's pretty exciting. So come out around noon on Friday when the show opens at 11. But at noon, you can meet some of the local celebrities from Fox 2 if you want to. So there's just a lot going on. And remember, it's free. We're not charging a penny.
It's free, and I'm going to be there. You can meet me.
You know? I forgot. Wait a minute. The biggest celebrity of all. My favorite, CJ's going to be there. And he's going to be there multiple times, if I remember correctly.
I will be there a time or two.
So look for CJ, everybody, all of his listeners out there, when you come by to see him. He will be in a very special red media booth at the expo. It's got red draping where all the rest of the show is in blue or white. CJ's booth is in red. So you can find him easily, and he'll be doing some live broadcasting from the show throughout the weekend. We're excited to have him.
I'm really excited to be a part of it, too, and really just being a part of a lineup that you say local celebrity. It's true. And I can say that I will be the least known, but I will be the most exciting. That's for sure. Shannon, what's going on in the world of the home rebuilding and remodeling industry that you'd like to fill us in on?
Let me tell you about some stuff going on. You know, the lovely state of Illinois, there's a common misconception out there that I continue to hear. I was at a meeting this morning, a military affairs committee meeting, and it rose again at this meeting, and I've heard it several times over the course of the last several months. There's a misconception that the housing affordability problem that is out there across the United States, not just here locally, is because of the builders, right? Consumers think, well, builders, they want to make all the money they can make, and it's because they keep raising the prices, and it's because of suppliers. They keep raising the prices. Well, I'm here to tell you, and I want your listeners to know, it is not because of the builders. It is not just because of supply issues. It is because of the continuing to come out of Springfield within the state or federally that are affecting the cost of housing. I'm going to tell you about one specifically, Stretch 21. It was the new energy code that was passed back in November that went into effect January 1st. And our builders got to comply, I believe June 1st is the deadline to comply. And basically what this code has done is it says, okay, it's affecting the R factors of insulation and how a home is insulated. And it's insulation ratings that they're using in Northern Illinois and Canada, okay? Where it gets really cold up there in Canada, Montana, places like that, right?
Right.
It's cold. We don't get that cold here for the most part. Well, that new law, it's not a code, it's a law that went into effect January 1st, is going to impact the cost of a house anywhere from $4,500 to $6,500.
Oh my.
That's a lot of money for something we don't need in this part of the state. So those are the kinds of things that are impacting on a monthly, on a yearly basis, the cost of housing continuing to go up.
Well,
and go ahead.
You're in the thick of this, and really are in the know and really have your finger on the pulse here. But just my impression that I always see looking at articles and press releases submitted by the state, you can't pass the buck to the builder because of the policy that you pass. That's just,
Correct.
I mean, it's just amazing to me that a government, and it's, people are going to go, CG, quit attacking the state government. It's not just there's numerous state governments that do this.
Exactly. It's not just Illinois. It's across the country in lots of places, and some of it coming out of Washington, D.C. even, that impacts us at the state level.
Well, and two, I'm sure it really causes some friction whenever you have a state legislator or a federal legislator blaming, just bold-faced blaming the builder and then the industry for the problem and not looking in the mirror and going, oh, that might be because we passed this piece of legislation.
Exactly. And it's not, that's just one example. That's just one example. There are so many examples, and we're dealing with this stuff on a daily basis. There's some new things starting to surface out of Springfield, that there's talks of some bills for this year that are just crazy, the impact that it can have to housing. And we're on top of it, and we're starting all the discussions that we need to start. But we need the public to start having those discussions too. We encourage residents and consumers in Illinois to reach out to your politicians, say, stop regulating things that are impacting the cost of our houses, that are making them go high. We just had an economist in from Washington, D.C. last Friday that spoke to a group of about 70 leaders in the community and business owners and about the forecast of housing. And he shared with us that every $1,000 increase in a house, it puts out a certain percentage of the public automatically to not be able to afford that house. Every $1,000. So another example of that would be the EV charger issue that we dealt with last year. They were trying to pass a law and a regulation that every new home built would have a complete EV setup in it.
What?
Not just the wiring and harness, but the entire charging system. And our perspective as builders are, let the consumer that wants that pay for that on their own. Don't mandate that. So we fought that, and we got a compromise. We went from having adding to the price of the house anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 down to about $800, because now we have to put the wiring harness and the wiring ready to go in every new home. But still, that's $800 more that the cost of that house was impacted. How many people want that in their home? Why are we mandating that it has to be in every home? So those are the kinds of things. And the public has to start talking to your local representatives, your senators within the state of Illinois. Let them know how you feel about that. Because again, putting something on a piece of paper that ultimately doesn't make sense, and it ends up costing the consumer more money, and it's costing the builder more money. They're not raising their profits. They're doing what they have to do to follow the law and the regulations that are being put forth from our politicians.
100%. And Shannon, that's why I'm so glad that you joined us on this show, because this is very important. That will directly affect us in some way, shape, or form eventually. And the fact that you have the time to come on and fill us in on that, also by raising awareness for the expo, but most importantly, the real things like the legislative measures that are being taken. I really can't thank you enough for your insights.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity to reach your listeners, CJ, and let people know. And they don't know. It's tainted so many times with what we hear across different forms of media. And a lot of times they're only hearing one side of it. And the builder side of it is we're not here as builders just to make as much money as we can. We're in business. They're in business to make money just like anybody is that has a business. But we are being ridden hard with all of these regulations and stipulations and laws that they're putting in place. And the most frustrating thing about it, it's coming from people that don't understand how to build a house, don't understand the impact of these decisions that they're making, don't understand the cost that it causes, to the consumer. So, everybody out there listening, talk to your senators, talk to your local representatives, talk to your local community leaders. Let them know that we have to stop. We have to stop. We want growth in Illinois. We don't want everybody leaving Illinois. We want people to have affordable housing. Another thing that's coming from the HBR, some of our members, they have shifted gears and tried to go to a more affordable housing. I have a couple of builders that just recently released some new floor plans, and they're in the $235,000 to $245,000 range. You're not seeing that a lot these days. New homes being built for that. It's a smaller lot, a little bit smaller house, and it's more affordable for people. So our builders are trying to conform and do things to give options to consumers, but the regulatory weight has got to stop. That's what I'm going to call it, regulatory weight.
Well, you're 100% right, Shannon. And unfortunately, we're a little bit out of time today, and we're pushed past the show normal runtime. But anytime I get the chance to really talk with you about these issues, it's so refreshing to hear that there's work being done, and it's being done by the home builders, remodelers of the Metro East. We'll talk again soon, Shannon, and have a great rest of your Tuesday. And we got to figure out some time that I'm going to be broadcasting live from the Home Expo.
That sounds great, CJ. Have a great day. Thanks so much.
No problem. Thank you. We are out of time. I will see you back here tomorrow live for more of our daily show. On that note, have a great day. But most importantly, like always, try your best to, stay out of jail.
He once knew, oh yes he did.